All right, you guys, we are here today. I figured today would be an okay day to go through with you guys.
Selected. Screen recording. Button.
This
Action.
is Blind Racer,
YouTube.
by the way.
Cast. Button. Loaded looks and murder. Go. Waterford Speedbowl vertical. Speech off.
I want to show you a race. I want to throw back a race for you guys
Waterford Speedbowl vertical line 09.09.00 vertical line sportsman feature. 13.
from
Speech off.
2000, September 9th of 2000. Um, it may I don't know how the quality is from back then, but let's take a look at the sportsman and from the Waterford Speedbowl, and you'll get to hear the announcers as they talk today. So let's go into it right now, you
Speech.
guys.
Loaded look. Go. Waterford Speedbowl vertical. Speech off.
Gang.
Turn number 4, Tim Bennett dressing the field atop the starter stand. Irwin and Beetham look for the start. The green flag comes out. Evenly matched down to turn number 1. Beetham looks for a little daylight on the outside group.
Beetham runs very strong in the outside lane. Get position number 1, the car number 45. As Beetham goes up the hill, we've got one around. It looks like the Brocket Rocket right in the middle of things. An explosive situation here as we've got a tire off one of the automobiles. Rick Lenda's car is also involved along with Jack Aquilina, and that'll bring out the first caution of the event.
So it looks like it's going to be a complete
John Dittman. First of all, John, you're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just had nowhere to go and hit the brakes as hard as I could. And this is where I end up.
So let's let me just talk a little bit about the racing at this track. So this is the New London. So now they used to call it the They used to just call it the Waterford Speedbowl, but now they call it the New London Waterford Speedbowl. And now they also had back in like 2002, whatever. They used to have the Whelen Modifieds. That was when they were the NASCAR. They were NASCAR sanctioned track. They would have the NASCAR Dodge Weekly Series back in that day, but then they became a non-NASCAR sanctioned track. New owner, new everything there. You can see how the track is, and so yeah, things have changed since the last time that I was there. Last time I was there was actually probably 20. I don't remember, but I remember going there a few years ago. It was maybe after or before COVID. I forget. I think it might have been before COVID, or maybe 2021. Whatever the case. Myself and a friend of mine went there. But back in those days, back in like 2000, 2001, 2002, I would go there all the time because, let me give you guys a little backstory. My mother and my dad both they owned a race car. It was a late model. It was the number 90. I want to give a huge shout out though to the driver of the 90, Alan Coates. Alan Coates drove the 90 the whole time that we were there. There were days that I wasn't there because I was too young, and then Mom got me there because I wanted to check it out, or she wanted me to be there during that time frame. And so I knew that I was going to have a lot of fun there. And so I really was doing very much like She got me headsets, and not a headset, but like not earbuds. She got me like those earphones or whatever you want to call it, things that you go, headphones, I guess you could call them, but earphones that would go over your ears so that to keep out the loudness, or maybe earplugs, but the over the head earplugs, maybe, I don't know. But I would go there for every single race. I even saw a few SK modified races, which we'll go over soon. But yeah, let's get back into it.
You had a chance to look at your car. How much damage done to it?
It's not that bad. Radiator, front bumper. It doesn't look that bad.
Oh God.
Okay, then.
Look at that. Look at I don't know if you guys can see the damage to the car, but ooh, that's not good.
John Dittman, driver of car number 9, and he's out for the evening, as well as the 7 of Pete Brockett.
Green flag is back out, and they are underway once again.
2-3 wide down to turn number 1. John Beetham again gets a jump on Jeff Irwin down the back straightaway. Chuck Rogers locked in a battle for the 3rd position. He's got the 43 of John Puglisi on the outside. Puglisi rides the Armco barrier down the front stretch.
Puglisi trying to hold on, but unfortunately could not do so.
Lap into the record books. John Beetham in command, car number 45, Jeff Irwin.
I was going to show you the whole race, but I just wanted to show you the track back then.
Stop. Waterford. Modified rate from speed. More. Forward 10. Next 2 minutes 34 seconds elapsed of 13 minutes. Button.
Oh, 13 minutes. We have enough time.
Green flag is out, and they are underway, and Beetham with the advantage. Here comes the number 3 of Diego Monahan.
Now, just so you guys know, Diego Monahan, shout out to Diego too, shout out to Sean, the Monahan crew, all that stuff. Diego and Sean Monahan, they were, so before 2000, after 2000, probably like 2002, I would say, maybe even 2005. 2002, Diego Monahan joined the SK Modifieds. This is for those who don't know really racing that much. Diego Monahan and Sean, I think they were brothers, I'm not sure. But anyway, they were big SK Modified drivers, both of them. Now, are they racing today? I'm not quite sure. I don't think so, because I don't really hear the name. I know Mike Christopher. For those of you who don't know, Mike Christopher Jr. is the nephew of former race car driver, and I say former because he passed away in 2018 to 2019, Ted Christopher. Ted Christopher drove that number 13 in the Whelen Modifieds. Also, he used to do SKs, I think at Waterford and also at Thompson. He was mainly at Thompson mostly, I think. Ted Christopher was very good. Now, another guy that I want to mention from back in those days is Chris Pastriak. Chris Pastriak out of Lisbon, I think now, I'm not sure, but anyway, he was in Lisbon at the time. Chris Pastriak also joined the Whelen Modified drivers, joined them. Also, one thing I will say, though, is one person that I don't know of, or I haven't heard much of, is actually Todd Zegedy. Todd Zegedy. If you guys don't remember him, I don't really hear his name much anymore either. Todd Zegedy, I forget what number he was, but he also did Wheel of Modifieds. He also, back in 2016, was on the Tri-Track Open Modifieds at Waterford. And if you want to catch some good action, go to wherever you get your podcasts, whether it be Apple, Spotify, all of them. Victory Lane Radio covered a race back in 2016. I think it was like the 28th of August, I think it was. I don't really remember. I think it was the 26th or 28th, whatever it was. But anyway, they covered it. So if you want to watch those podcasts, Victory Lane Radio, they also have the Wheel of Modifieds down in Seekonk. They also go to Lee USA Speedway. I said go, but I don't even know if they're around anymore, you guys. But let's get back to the action, you guys, because we got a lot more to go.
Jeff Irwin going to be a factor in this one again as he tests the waters on the inside of our race leader, John Beetham. Looks as though Diego Monahan, car number 3, working on the outside of Irwin. As it looks as though he's going to take over the number 2 position. Irwin now back to the 3rd spot.
Look a little further back in the field, and you'll see Lenda trying to work his way back to the front. Sean Monahan not running strong as usual tonight with car number 31.
Oh, there's Sean Monahan right there. So they must have ran in the sportsman division back in 2000. But then they went to SKs in 2001 or 2002. But yeah, I think they also ran another driver. I think they also ran in 2005 as well. But another driver I want to mention is Dennis Gaeta. Now, for those of you who have been to the Speedbowl and you remember those old days when it was just the Waterford Speedbowl, you will remember Dennis Gaeta. But for those of you who don't know who he is, Dennis Gaeta is an SK modified driver. I forget what number he is. We'll find out in a minute. I think he's the 3, maybe. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I'm not quite certain on that one. But anyway, also back in those days in the Legends division, which we'll cover in a bit, you guys. So we had the number 0 car, and that's Vinny Esposito or Ven Esposito. I forget how he pronounces it. I think it's Ven Esposito. Now, I've never really heard that name. Probably a Spanish name or whatever. But anyway, it's going to be a times have changed at Waterford. I haven't been there in so long.
Back up front, the other Pinnacle Auto Glass Special looks really strong. As Diego Monahan about to take over the lead down at turn number 3.
Through the turns, evenly matched out of turn number 4. Beetham on the inside. Diego Monahan on the outside. Monahan with a good run into 2. Looks as though he's going to lead the charge out of 2 down the back straightaway.
Diego Monahan trying to run that outside lane. He'll come back to the line. Looks very strong.
Now, we keep hearing the name.
Hints on. Speech off. Hints off. Next 3 minutes. Track 3 minutes 45.
Straightaway.
Speech off.
Diego
with a good run into. Through the turns, evenly matched out of turn number 4. Beetham on the inside.
Beetham, I think that's his name. Beetham, I've never really heard that name before. It was probably before I actually started coming to watch the Waterford Speedbowl, probably. Unless I did start in 2000. I'm not remembering.
Diego Monahan on the outside. Monahan with a good run into 2. Looks as though he's going to lead the charge out of 2 down the back straightaway.
Diego Monahan trying to run that outside lane. He'll come back to the line. Looks very strong.
Far around out of turn number 4. Steve Johnston in the number 37 tries to get out of the racing group. Jack Aquilina takes some evasive action as Johnston smokes the tires. However, looks as though it's too little too late as the caution comes.
So as the caution comes out, let's I was gonna show you the whole race, but I wanted to show you guys how the Speedbowl was back in those days. You know, let's go show you. While we're here today, I want to show you the first laps of an SK modified race.
Action.
Here.
Go. Action. Next video. Forward 10 seconds. Button. Video player. Button. Heading. Collapse. Next 5 full 6 seconds of track position. 7 seconds of 14 minutes. 10 full screen. Next video. Video player. Button. Heading.
Number 4. That, of course, is the driver for Chad Barnett in the
Next
Burns
video.
Agency.
Button. Video player. Button. Heading.
Number 3.
Next video. Video player. Button. Heading.
The stock division.
Speed
Here's
off.
the
Collapse video. Waterford Speedbowl vertical line. No search. But
Actually,
back
what I want
button
to do is show you a legend.
is editing. Circle track race. Circle track racing. Search history suggest. Cap back button. Break in procedure for nice group. More 9 years old. 9 years old. Give it. No, more break action. More go to channel. Sportsman vertical line. More circle. Go to circle track racing. Mini stock car. Go to channel. Action menu. Circle track racing. Street stock Waterford Speedbowl. Go to channel. Go kart circle. More back circle track racing. Search field. Back button. Tick emoji. Space. Space. Racing. L. R. E. E. F. G. G. E. Q. D. E. E. N. N. D. F. G. D. D. Search. Back. Select. Subscription. Under 4. Over. Circle track racing. Legend cars. Circle track racing. RIP Bloomer. More action. Legendary drags. Legend. More. Dirt track race. Action. 2018 Legend. Legend car crash. Dirt track showdown. More actions. Button. Circle track racing legend. Search field. Back button. Search field is editing. Circle track racing legend. Character mode. Insertion point. Search. Back button. Select. Subscribe. Under 4. Over 20. Circle track racing. Legend cars Waterford Speed. Collect off cat. Next one. Full. 15 seconds. Speech off.
This one. I wanted to show you. See if there's any change.
Ryan, the brother of the Rust Cracker number modified brake run.
Full screen. Next forward. Pause. Button. Play.
There you go.
Collapse. Video play. From your search. From Daredevil. Stock car. Waterford Speedbowl vertical line 05.04.24 vertical line modified. AKA DEM. Action. Pro Mods Aberdeen. This dog with deadly. Goat. Sean Monahan Street. Wild Rex vertical. Omega bars or. INEX Missouri Dirt Legend car heat. Collapse. Autoplay is on. Collapse video. Circle track racing. Clear search. Circle track racing. 2-month shots. Search W. Double A. A. T. T. E. R. R. F. F. Waterfall. Q. O. O. E. W. R. R. D. D. Space. Space. Waterford. L. S. A. S. S. A. P. P. E. 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 S. D. D. B. B. Waterford. Q. Waterford Speedbowl mini stocks. Search. Waterford Speedbowl crash. Waterford Speedbowl Legends. Search suggestion. Back. Click. Selected. Waterford Speedbowl vertical line 08.19.23 vertical line. Action. New London Waterfords. Go. Drag races at more Waterford Speedbowl Legend car feature. More Waterford Speedbowl vertical line 08.13.05 vertical line legend car feature. 10 minutes. 28. Speech off.
He is starting to
Collect
make his presence felt as he tries
4
to
minutes.
jack
2 minutes 40. Speech off.
together during
In the 10th, the number of car.
So this is the Waterford Speedbowl here, you guys.
The Legends cars are now out on the track getting ready for their feature event. 20 laps the distance, and here's how they'll look for the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, driving number 44, from Ashway, Rhode Island, the Ron Bender's Car Club, Jeffrey Morgan Independent Insurance Company. That's the number 44 of Aaron Drake. Outside of him, driving number 52, from Lebanon, Connecticut, the Buckeye Homes LLC, Carbajalo Brothers Realty. It's the number 52 of Mark Buckeye. Inside of him, on the inside second row, will be the number 32. It's Chris Buckeye, drive from Farmington, Connecticut, the Buckeye Construction Eagle Insulation car. In the fourth spot will be the number 91 of Jeff Paul from Ledyard, Connecticut. Starting in the fifth position, inside third row, will be the number 17 of Jason Palmer from Berlin, Connecticut.
I just want to show you one lap as they're green, guys. That's all I wanted to show you. Let's get it.
Outside of him, in the sixth spot, is the number 0 of Vincent Esposito. It's the kitchen and bath showroom of Norwalk from Seymour, Connecticut. Number 0 of Vincent Esposito.
One full track is 53. Speech off.
Is the number 0 of Vincent Esposito. It's the kitchen and bath showroom of Norwalk from Seymour, Connecticut. Number 0 of Vincent Esposito. Inside the fourth row, driving the number 38 from Griswold, Connecticut, it's Leonard Beebe. Outside of him, in the eighth position, is the number 22 of Paul Pion. In the Wheels of Freedom, Island International Incorporated, Rhode Island Signal car from Pawcatuck, Rhode Island. Then starting 9th on the grid is Michael Gervais, driving the number 31 from Southbury, Connecticut. In the 10th spot is the number 47 of Dave Smith from Groton, Connecticut. Rounding out the field in the last row is the number 05. That will be Jared Cody from Millville, Massachusetts. And starting scratch on the field, it's the number 8 of Kurt Didario from East Hartford, Connecticut. So that's how they'll go to post. 12 cars in the Legends Division feature.
that car together during the last couple of weeks. He usually does double duty on Wednesday night, competing in the X cars, as well as the yellow car, but he's going to have to deal with those characteristical cars. The Buckeye Mark Buckeye, car number 52. He is going to try to move up on the outside.
Now, if you guys have ever been to the Speedbowl, you recognize that voice. Now, let's talk about the announcing team there. So, one of the most notable voices at the Speedbowl is, of course, Matt Buckler. Matt Buckler has been doing this since, I think, 2000, I think it was. I could be wrong. But he's been doing it for a while, and I think he retired. Now, I know he's also been doing Stafford and Thompson as well. So let's listen to a little bit of his voice to get his view on the racing scene here today. If I can get this other flipping thing to work. There we go.
Side groove. Let's see if he can pull it off. And here comes Jeffrey Paul in car number 91.
Aaron Drake continues to hold them off on the inside line. The Buckeye brother, the number 52 of Mark Buckeye, falls back. And Aaron Drake takes the lead as they head down to the turn number 1. And Jeffrey Paul in the 91 looks to gain the third place spot on the outside line.
He has some firepower in that outside groove. Jeffrey Paul scoops past the 32.
Speak for to next video. For pause button. Speech off.
Like a paradise hanging over the deck. dashboard mirror, and it is the 52. Mark Blackeye to take the lead. Here comes Jeff Paul.
So that was a few laps. I was gonna show you only one, but it's kind of hard to tell when sometimes they don't say if a lap
Speech
is
on.
complete. So let's take a
7.
look.
Screen recording.